Great day, class. So again, this is your Correction Administration 1 lesson continuation, which is we will going to tackle about the lesson 5, which will be formed of our midterm examination. So basically, no, ang kasama sa midterm exams natin will be lesson 5 and lesson 6 and 7. So the BGMP, the Bucor, and the United Nations standard minimum treatment of the prisoners. But for this video, is specifically provided for the lesson 5, which is the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology topic. So allow me to present, to share my screen. Okay. So lesson 5, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. And of course, class, this is already available in your PhilX, no? Makikita nyo sa PhilX ninyo yung mga lessons natin. 6, 5, 6, 7. Kasama yan sa coverage ng ating examinations. So, before anything else, no, we will proceed first. We will talk first about the BGMP profile. So, as an overview, the BGMP is one of the 5 pillars of the criminal justice system, which was created to address the growing concern of jail management and penology problem. So primarily, its clients are detainees accused before a court who are temporarily confined in jails while undergoing investigations, waiting for final judgment, and those who are serving sentence promulgated by the court of imprisonment not more than 3 years. So, for short, kumbaga, yung mga kliyente ng BJMP ay yung mga taong nakakulong kung saan sila ay nakadetain sa BGMP jail mandates. Sila ay yung mga undergoing investigation, waiting for final judgment, o di kaya sila naman ay mga nahatulan na ng final decisions ng kanilang kaso, pero ang kanilang parusang pagkakakulong is not more than 3 years. So this, as provided for under Republic Act 6975. No, the Jail Bureau is mandated to take operational and administrative control over city, district, at municipal jails. So wag niyong kalimutan ng klasa yung mandato na administrative mandate ng BGMP, tatlo lang yan, city, district, at saka municipal jails. Likewise, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology has 4 major areas of rehabilitation program. So alam na natin sa modern concept, reform and rehab, no? Yun ang purpose of punishment, to reform and rehab those individual who violated the law. So namely, pag sinabing rehabilitation program, ang aspeto nito na idinidevelop sa mga taong nakakulong ay ang kanilang livelihood, educational and vocational, training, recreational and sports, and religious or spiritual activities. So alam natin dito, pag sinabing livelihood, dito ay kapiit sila, tinuturuan silang ng mga skills, livelihood skills, para mas mahasa sila, no? At the same time, mas matuto sila ng mag-self-reliant, no? The moment that they are released in the community, marunong na silang dumiskarte na makapaghanap para maging source ng kanilang hanap buhay. So kung ano man yung mga livelihood programs or projects that were being taught to them while they are in prison, so it is expected to them to apply it the moment that they are released. So likewise, education and vocational. So dito sa loob ng BGMP, sa kulungan, ay sila ay nag-aaral. So likewise, yung mga ALS, no? yung mga senior high school, tinuturuan yan sila dito sa loob ng pangungulungan. They have access to education. Libre po iyon. This is to elevate, no, the educational competencies of our prisoners, of our PDLs, of our detainees, no? So likewise, vocational. Karamihan din po sa mga TESDA, no, vocational technical program na pinoprovide, no, binibigay ng pamahalaan through TESDA ay binibigyan din po yan sa jail. Meron din pong access ang ating mga nakakulong kagaya po ng mga pagbe-bake, no, mga electrical, mga automotive, no? Tinuturo po 'yan sa loob ng pangungulungan para at least to equip them with technical vocational knowledge. So likewise po, recreation sports. So ito naman ay binibigay sa loob ng kulungan na iba't ibang sports, board games, no? O di kaya mga ball games to fight, no? Boredom o di kaya yung mga longingness nila towards their family while they are incarcerated. So likewise, yung religious and spiritual activities din po yan, ina-attend din po yan. Binibigay din po yan sa loob ng kulungan para at least yung spiritual identity nila ay ma-attend, no? Habang sila ay nakakulong. So these are the four major areas ng rehabilitation program ng BGMP para holistically ma-develop ang mga taong nakakulong kung saan in preparation for their future reintegration to the society. So likewise, these were continuously implemented to eliminate the offender's pattern of criminal behavior. Yun na nga. And to reform them to become a law-abiding citizens. Although the workplace of jail is confined inside the portals of jail safeguard, nonetheless, the Bureau has an inherent function of informing the public of jail operations and other matters concerning the corrections pillar of the Philippines. Coincidentally, so being a new and growing bureau, the BGMP aims to keep the public the abreast of information regarding the jail management and penology. So, isa sa mga mandato ng Jail Bureau sa panahon natin ngayon ay yung i-amplify, no, yung mandato programs ng BGMP na eto na po yung sitwasyon, eto na po yung mga programa na binibigay sa mga nakakulong at sila ay nire-rehab, nire-reform nang sa ganon, the moment na sila ay i-release sa community, ay inaasahan sa kanila na isang mabuting mamamayan. So likewise, we will going to talk about the organizational and key positions, no? So, kagaya ng iba't ibang ahensya, yung BGMP ay meron din siyang hierarchy of command o di kaya meron siyang organizational charts na sinusunod o di kaya established key positions ng BGMP organizations. So the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, also referred as the Jail Bureau, so was created pursuant to Section 60 to 65 of Chapter 5, Republic Act Number 6975, and initially consisting of uniformed officers and members of the Jail Management Service as constituted under the Presidential Decree 765. The RA 9623 9260 provides that the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, headed by a chief who is assisted by the two deputy chiefs and one for administrative and another for operations, and one chief of directorial staff, all of whom are appointed by the President upon the recommendations of the DILG Secretary from among the qualified officers with the rank of at least senior superintendent in the Jail Bureau. So for short, no, again, nalikha ang BGMP dahil sa lakas ng batas ng Republic Act Number 6975. So likewise, in terms of organizations at key positions, kumbaga yung pinaka-boss ng Jail Bureau ay pinamumunuan ng BGMP chief na tinatawag or director ng BGMP. At siya ay inaasisan ng dalawang deputy chiefs. Sumunod sa BGMP chief ang chief for administration, tapos chief for operations, and then isang chief ng directorial staff. Lahat sila ay appointed by the President. So, ibig sabihin, President po ang may final say sa mga posisyon na to, sa mga pinakamataas na posisyon sa loob ng Jail Bureau. So, si Presidente po ang mamimili ng magiging direktor ng Bureau. And of course, upon the recommendation ng DILG Secretary. So, based dito sa policy, ang i-appoint or ang i-recommend ng Secretary ng DILG sa mga pinakamataas na posisyon ng BJMP may ranggong at least senior superintendent. So the chief of the BJMP carries the rank of director and serve as a tour of duty that must not exceed 4 years unless extended by the president in times of war and other national emergencies. Officers who have retired or are with 6 months from their compulsory retirement are not qualified to be appointed as the jail director or designated as the BJMP chief. So sinasabi dito class na ang tagal ng termino ng isang direktor ng BJMP ay hanggang 4 na taon lamang. Hindi na sosobra ng 4 na taon unless otherwise ay merong emergency situation. National emergency situation na syempre idideklara ng Kongreso. So, likewise, kumbaga, kung sakasakaling yung pinakamataas na rango o di kaya pinaka-senior no among all the senior officers tapos magre-retire na sa loob ng 6 months, hindi na siya yung kanyang compulsory retirement, hindi na siya pwedeng i-appoint pag 6 months. No? Hindi na siya pwedeng i-appoint bilang i-recommend bilang chief ng BJMP no or alin sa mga nabanggit kanina. So sinabi na natin yan. No, next. So likewise, sa national headquarters in the Command and Staff Office of the BJMP, composed of the command group na tinatawag. No? So ang command group class, kumbaga ito yung mga org sa loob ng Jail Bureau na pinaka-boss ng boss. No? Mga big boss to. So ang command group ng Jail Bureau ay walang iba kundi ang Chief ng BJMP, Deputy Chief for Administration, Deputy Chief for Operation, at saka Chief of Directorial Staff. So ang 4 na ito class ang tinatawag na the command group, no? Sila yung mga lahat ng command sa kanila talaga manggagaling, lahat ng utos, no? Sa kanila manggagaling. But of course, meron din tayong tinatawag na mga directorates, no? Mga directorates ng mga direktor, opisina ng mga direktor, iba't ibang unit ng Jail Bureau. So likewise class, kahit siguro sa PNP, sa BFP, or any other uniform services, meron din silang ganitong organizational structure. Same lang yan pag uniform, no? Kung merong pinagkaiba, very light lang. Pero mostly mga terminologies ng mga offices ay pare-parehas lang. So sa mga directorates, eto class, huwag niyong kalimutan. Directorates for Personnel and Record Management, Controllership, Logistics, Operations, Intelligence, and so on and so forth. Yan class ay kasama yan sa tinatawag na directorates, no? Office ng mga direktor. So meron din tinatawag na mga support services. So support, from the word itself, support services, kagaya ng mga Legislative Liaison Office, Finance Service Office, Chaplaincy Office, Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism, PCB Office, o Headquarters Support Service, Center for Jail Excellence and Strategic Management, and so on and so forth. Ito naman yung mga support services ng Jail Bureau. So marami ang class. Huwag niyong kalimutan, merong support service, meron ding directorates, tapos meron ding command group. So pupunta naman tayo ngayon sa regional office. Kanina yung binabanggit natin yung headquarters, no? The BJMP operates and maintains the regional office in each of the administrative regions of the country, headed by a regional director for the jail management and penology with the rank of at least senior superintendent. The regional director is assisted by an assistant regional director for administration, director for operation, at saka chief for directorial staff who are officers with rank of at least superintendent. So kung makikita natin dito class kung ano yung structure ng headquarters, ganun din sa regional level. No, same lang sila. Ang pinagkaiba lang sa NSQ, ang tawag is BGMP chief. Dito, regional director, no, or BGMP director. Dito, regional director, halimbawa NCR. So NCR regional director, pag region 4, ganun. May mga ganun din. Then likewise, pag sinabi namang Provincial Jail Administrator's Office, in every province, the BGMP operates and maintains a Provincial Jail Administrator's Office, headed by a Provincial Administrator to oversee the implementation of jail services of all district, city, and municipal jails within its territorial jurisdictions. Next, then, district jail within large cities of a group of clustered municipalities. A district jail headed by a district warden may be established city and municipal jails. So likewise class sa mga district jail meron ding BGMP diyan, no? So likewise ang pasimuno diyan sa mga jail ay yung district director. Oh, yeah. So then meron din tayo sa city at saka municipal jails, no? The BGMP operates and maintains city and municipal jails, each headed by a city or municipal warden as the case may be. So kumbaga, pag sa district jail, no, city at saka municipal jail, ang mga pinuno diyan, kumbaga sa police yung chief of police, COP, ito ang tawag is warden, no? Warden. District warden, city jail warden, municipal jail warden. Ngayon naman, ang core values at saka competency ng BGMP. So, tatlo lang class, no? Ang core values niya is humane, makatao, matino, upright, at matatag, resilient. So, wag niyong kalimutan. Tatlo lang ang core values ng BGMP. Makatao, matino, matatag. Tatlong M. Makatao, matino, matatag. O humane, upright, resilience. Pag sinabi naman natin core competency, meron tayong 5 core competency. No? Continuous skills enhancement of personnel, ability to establish linkages and partnership, responsive planning, timely decision making, at expedient implementation. So core competencies. So ibig sabihin, continuous skills enhancement sa pamamagitan ng mga pagte-training, mag-schooling, mga BGMP personnel. So likewise, ability to establish, no, linkages and partnerships. Yan. So maraming mga iba't ibang service providers or mga iba't ibang LGUs o di kaya mga LEA, yan, nakikiconnect ang BGMP para maging smooth at quality services ang napoprovide sa mga nakakulong, no? Then responsive planning, timely decision making, at saka expedient implementation. So yun class ang about sa Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Ito naman ay about sa Bureau of Corrections. Yeah. So punta muna tayo. Di muna tayo mag-talk about sa Bucor kasi next meeting yan. Alam ko meron pa dito na ano. So yan ha. Ang Lesson 5, which is the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So sabi dito, as a criminology student, kagaya no class, you must understand how our correctional system works. And for you to understand it better, you have to be familiarized with the different government agencies that are concerned with the supervisions of inmates. So this week, topic will introduce you to one of the agencies that are responsible for the supervision inmates, and that is the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So yan ang topic natin sa BGMP, no? So that is only an overview about sa BGMP. So once in class, on our next meeting, we will going to talk about the Bureau of Corrections. And next, sa lesson 7 will be the United Nations Standard Minimum Treatment of Prisoners. So these lessons will be the coverage of our upcoming midterm exam. So maikli lang siya lahat. And hopefully, yung lahat ng hinighlight ko, in-explain ko, yun yung mga lalabas sa examinations natin. So I am hoping na makasagot kayo ng maayos at matataas ang scores na makukuha ninyo. I'm still waiting for the final guidelines of our heads, no, pertaining to how many or um, in terms of scores. I mean, in terms of items that we are required to provide number of items of questionnaires for our midterm exam. So still, we are waiting for that final instructions, whether or not 100 ba, 75 ba, 50 ba, so that we could really come up with the actual number na nire-required nila. But for now, on your end, do not forget to to study your lessons. At the same time, keep updated. Keep watching your PhilX because every now and then, maraming pinopost dan. Not just on my subject, but also to other subjects. Because every now and then, maraming mga teachers na may mga pinopost dyan. So, dapat tignan nyo. But on my part, the lesson 5, 6, and 7 is already posted in your PhilX. So, hopefully, you find time to to read lahat ng mga nailagay diyan because again hindi lang yan makakatulong sa exam ninyo sa subject na to, but it will help you to your future battle in terms of taking your board examination. So once again class, that would be all, and hopefully panoorin ninyo at mag-aral kayong mabuti. Good afternoon once again.